Brand your LinkedIn profile and add some bells and whistles to really make you stand out.
And we're back again at LinkedIn to Lead Generation. That is Hannah Tai, who is teaching us all about, in this 4-part series, features of LinkedIn that you may have forgotten about or that you never really discovered that could make a really big difference in how successful you are in building your business with LinkedIn. So, Hannah, what are we talking about here in this second episode of this 4-part series?
Well, today what we're going to talk about is how your profile is some really prime real estate for you to market yourself. So we're going to talk about some aspects that you can utilize to really make you stand out, maybe add a couple things just to really help you to market yourself a little bit better.
Excellent. And we're going to talk about 3 core things that you and I were talking about in the pre-show. And we're going to talk about headline and using a branded background in your photo. We're going to talk about using SEO anchor text and what that can do for you. And then we're going to talk about using examples of your work, right? So let's take those in order there. So obviously, we've talked before about headline, but now you're talking about a branded background. What are we doing here that's going to enhance things?
Yeah. So what they did was they had done this to really push the premium accounts, so they allowed you to create something called a hero image. So it was a really nice, like, showcase image that would kind of brand your profile. Okay, so they actually have started to roll that out to everybody, but not everyone, I don't think, quite has it just yet. But what you can do is you can create an image that's a background image that will showcase a little bit about your personality, what you do, what you bring to the table, and how you help people. So you kind of want to think about that in your strategy of what it is that you want to, really highlight. So, my background image is very colorful, very bright.
Go figure.
But, it really showcases, my personality, but it also talks about, LinkedIn training and coaching. So it says it right there in big bold letters of, what I do.
Okay. And I don't think that's reached out yet to my profile. So is that something that is going to be, I can create the text and stuff right in LinkedIn, or do I have to create the branded image and then upload it?
It's an actual image. So the image itself, I want to say, I'm so bad with numbers. It's like 1400 by 400, whatever, and it's just an actual image, and you can put some text in there, obviously, and you just upload it, and
cool. Right.
yeah, and
obviously going to give you a little pizzazz and make it stand out, right?
Yeah, and LinkedIn actually has some just images that they allow you to use that they provided. There's like 25 or so that you can click through. So if you don't want to spend the time or the money to get that done, although you should if you're trying to market yourself and differentiate yourself, but at least you can put something up there instead of just the plain blue background.
Yeah, and I would say I would certainly recommend to people, and I know you'll agree that it's worth that little bit of extra investment. There's definitely websites where you can get people to do very inexpensive graphic work or something like that. So if you pick one of those 25, you're going to look like everyone else who picks like one of those 25, right? So exactly. It's worth going the extra mile if you really care about building your business and branding yourself on LinkedIn. All right. So make yourself visible, stand out. Have a good headline. Well, what about the headline though?
Well, as we've said before, your headline and your photo does follow you throughout LinkedIn. So you want to make sure that in your headline that you're really talking to your client and talking about the results that you bring when someone works with you. So make sure you have the keywords that are, some rich keyword rich text in your headline as well.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yes, exactly. And you also want to make sure that you're looking into the camera, you're personable, no grumpy Gus faces. Like no one wants to work with someone like that.
No one wants to hang out with you in the LinkedIn neighborhood.
Yes. So make sure that you're professional. You're not beer guzzling, and you're.
This is LinkedIn. This is not Facebook. Come on.
LinkedIn. Yeah. So make sure that you're professional, you're personable, and you have your headline that really talks about what you do and how you help.
Okay, excellent. So I think that's a really good segue then to your second point, because you're talking about the words in your headline. So you're saying entice prospects with SEO-rich anchor text. Okay, some people are probably saying, what is anchor text? I mean, not everybody knows that, so let's not assume. So describe what we're talking about here.
Right. So in your contact section, okay, when someone goes to find out more information about you, you want to make sure that it has some enticing language. Okay, so there might be a default there for you to put your website address, and it'll say like, you know, blog or, you know, company website. You don't want to go with those defaults. You want to, what you would do is you would click other. Okay. You could click on like the little pencil icon when you go to put in your links. You would go to other, and then you would type in a title that is enticing. So I might say more great LinkedIn tips,
right,
or something like that. Okay, or social media inbound marketing, or something.
Something relevant to the person who's looking at your profile and says, "Oh, I want to know more about that," and that's why they're clicking, rather than just my blog. Why would I go to just your blog when you haven't told me what it's about?
It doesn't say anything. Right. So so this is just another way to entice people to want to connect with you a little bit more. So you want to make sure that you're doing that.
So review your profile, look for where there's that kind of boring generic language, and then look for the little pencil icon to see whether you can tweak that and make it.
It's under your contact information.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, so let's talk about the third thing you're talking about, which is, I mean, examples of your work, right? I mean, you can use LinkedIn kind of as a portfolio, right?
Exactly. So you really want to make sure that, you know, you're really showcasing your credibility by showing some of the work that you've done. So you want to put some white papers in there, you know, some SlideShare presentations, some videos.
Hey, maybe a video, Hannah. What do you think?
Video, yeah. So that's a great idea, and I actually know some great guys that can really help you.
It shows your personality, right?
Yes, exactly. So again, you're just enticing people to really want to work with you. And you know, if you've included these things, right, you're so much better branded. I mean, you're not like everyone else that just throws up their resume or, you know, whatever it is, and that they hope and pray that someone's going to find them and be interested enough to contact them. If someone comes to your profile and you have all this stuff there, they're going to say like, oh, okay, oh, and she wrote an article for HubSpot. Oh, that got, you know, 5,000 views. Okay, maybe she knows what she's talking about.
Right, maybe she really is an expert. Yeah.
Sorry.
Who did that, right? You know, I don't know.
So anyway, you know,
enough about you, Hannah.
Yeah, enough about me. Okay. So anyway, but what you want to do is you just want to put some of these things out there so that when someone does land on your profile, they also, and especially video, to your point, Mark, when you have video, it really helps people to understand, you know, what it's going to be like to work with you.
Right.
So
exactly.
They get a sense of your personality.
And that always amuses me, Hannah, when people are worried that they're going to scare people away. But we've joked about that before, that, you know, the people who are going to be scared to work with you, you want to scare them away, and you want to attract the people who want to work with you, because everyone's life works better that way. So
Exactly.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we're going to keep talking, Hannah, in a few more episodes, all about these like hidden gem features that are you know, baked into your LinkedIn profile that you may have either never discovered, or you discovered them way back when and you forgot all about them, and they need some retweaking at this point. So we're halfway through our series at this point. Today we talked about that you can market yourself with a great headline and use this branded background if it's rolled out to you yet, and keep an eye out if you don't have it yet, because it's coming. You know, they do these staggered rollouts a lot of times. You want to entice people by going and finding where in the contact information you can actually use SEO, keyword-rich anchor text instead of the generic default, you know, here's my blog. And then you want to have the ability to show your credibility, use the different spaces in LinkedIn, build a portfolio here. If you've done great things, if people have said great things about you, if you've got project work that you can show, that's going to help people have faith that you really know what you're talking about. So take advantage of it. And all of this great stuff is coming from Hannah Tai here, and you want to connect with her if you're interested in LinkedIn, and if you're not, I'm worried about you. So, be interested in LinkedIn. So head on over to our website, chatterboxsocialmedia.com, and the best way, go figure, to LinkedIn with Hannah is on LinkedIn. So click the LinkedIn, I can't talk, LinkedIn icon, woo, and connect with Hannah on LinkedIn. She's happy to make connections there, of course. So Hannah, I will see you in the third part of our 4-part series.
Thanks so much, Mark.